The NFL season is here, and I'm already sort of uncomfortable with something I keep hearing all day. Steiny said something, and I thought it was interesting the way he put it. Find out sort of the way you want to put it, and the way all of you want to put it at 888-957-9570, and whether that's on the text line, YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. You can interact. You're invited to. Always, you know that. And do it a number of ways. I feel like we're all moving too fast. We're moving way too fast.
It's what you do at the start of the season.
I get it.
You start to think about, like, how do you think the Niners will do this year? You don't think about, how are they going to do on their opening drive against Pittsburgh? Well, Mark, I think they're going to get 2 first downs and then punt. No, you think about how will they be this year. Now is the time for overarching, grandiose predictions. And if you're a Niner fan, that prediction should include the words Super and Bowl, in my opinion.
I don't disagree, but with the last part, I do disagree with the first part. When you said you don't think about your first drive against Pittsburgh. I do.
Well, not now. On Sunday you do when they get the ball, sure.
No, right now. Right now. There's a game in 3 hours. And I'm excited about that one just because of what it means. Hello, NFL, you're here. We missed you.
Hello.
But Steiny put it this way. He goes, I want to enjoy the season. I want to be here for the journey. And so I'm not saying you can't have Super Bowl hopes and expectations. The 49ers have earned that. Turns out, as of this morning, I don't know if this is just Bosa energy, but the 49ers are the NFC favorite. And they are the second favorite in the NFL to win the Super Bowl. So you absolutely can have that hope. If you want to use the word expectation, you can demand it. But I want to caution everybody, by starting a season where your brain is already in the final week of January in the NFC title game, just because the Niners are usually there like it's a birthright based on their history and their roster to be in the NFC title game, I don't want to do an NFL season like that, and I think that the road to that is filled with potholes because we're all adults here. I don't know. Hey, kids, are you listening? But we know 1,000 different things can happen here, many of which can be out of your control. There's going to be frustrating moments this season. Not going to win all the games, all of that stuff. I just don't feel comfortable personally as a fan starting the season thinking about the end already.
Well, I think about the end in terms of them being there, but I think about the season in terms of, yes, one game at a time, 1 week, and then when we get to Sunday against Pittsburgh, I won't be thinking about, how are we going to win this game? We're going to win this game. You're going to watch every play, every drive, every snap individually, and you're going to enjoy the game. And if you're not one of those fans, then you're probably doing it wrong because there are only 272 of these in an NFL year. The first one starts tonight. You got 272 games, not 162 apiece. You get 272 total. And when we get to like week 14 and you get to week 15 and you start to realize, oh my God, we're down to just 3 more weeks of the regular season and my fantasy league is over. And then you get to playoffs and you realize in the playoffs there's only, I think, about 18 total games, and then you start to...
Brother,
it gets depressing,
we haven't even started yet, and you're already making me feel like, see, let's just slow down.
No, that's my point.
Right after tonight, there's only going to be 271.
There are 2 different things in play. One is they should be playing in one of the final 3 games of the year, if not the final game of the year. They should be. I'm expecting that from this team.
I would think, but my brain's not there. My brain's not there. It's really not. And in fact, if you go to the last 2 seasons when they ended up in that game, at no point before week 1 did I think we were thinking collectively the way we are now. There was hope, you would think, right? I mean, last year now, we probably had irrational hope because we all thought, Trey Lance, sure,
Trey Lance.
Take us to the Super Bowl, Trey. And that was irrational. It's not irrational with Brock, even though he's about the same age, because we've already seen him do it once. But I'll agree with you from the standpoint that I think this year's team starts this year in a better spot than either of the last two. Quite frankly, it's the best and most loaded roster that Kyle Shanahan has ever had as a coach of the 49ers. I'm not sitting here to tell you one darn thing with regard to lowering your expectations of the 49ers or your hopes. I'm not saying that. I just mentally, I really do. I want to focus on Pittsburgh. Let's not act. You said something to me about a half hour ago before we hopped in here. You're like, I mean, let's be honest, they should beat Pittsburgh. And I was like, huh. Like, I don't know what these two teams are going to look like. I have no idea.
Right.
I have no idea. Pittsburgh might be really, really good. I don't look at this game. Of all the games on the schedule, this is one of the ones where I'm not like, well, yeah, we'll get that one. I think they'll get next week.
They should beat the Rams.
I think they'll kick the living tar out of the Giants on the Thursday opener, and I think they'll blow Arizona out of the water the week after that.
I'm more worried about the Giants than I am about Pittsburgh in terms of that game on a short week and the home opener. And the Giants are better than Pittsburgh, I think.
Oh, I disagree.
And, I disagree. Yeah, again, I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
we get to see how it all plays out.
It's a home game.
At the end of all of it, but it's on a short week. It's a short week for both teams, and I know that, and the Giants have to travel and all that. But ultimately, the Niners probably won't go 17-0. There'll be games that they lose that we think that they should win, and there might be a couple of games that they might, be expected to lose that they will win. But at the end of the year, and they get in the playoffs, and they should be a good enough team, barring injury, to do special things in January.
I don't disagree. This, for me, is more of a process conversation than a result one. I wonder what y'all think. 888-957-9570. Are we getting ahead of ourselves? I think we are. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. I don't think that the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship, I don't think that those things are September conversations. And you say barring injury, which is an interesting thing to say when many 49er fans have been saying injuries are automatic at the key positions. So if they're automatic, how can we bar injury from the conversation?
Well, that's why you got a great backup quarterback, and you have a really good third quarterback, and that's why you went out and got Brandon Allen, because you know that your quarterbacks tend to get injured, and that's part of the reality of being the Niners and being Kyle Shanahan. Wow. So,
I like you and I had that conversation. I thought a really good one last week with regard to I don't view that as an even Steven deal at all. You can say they paid attention to the quarterback room. That's fine. But if Brock Purdy misses an extended period of time this year, I would no longer call the 49ers the NFC favorite. Not even close. I don't see it that way at all. There are a number of teams that if they have their starting quarterback and the 49ers don't have theirs, I'm going to move my expectations ahead for them.
Not me.
Eagles, Cowboys, Lions, all of those teams with their loaded starting quarterbacks, no. If the Niners are playing with Sam Darnold, I would favor them over the Niners.
You would take Jared Goff over Sam Darnold.
I think the Lions,
in this offense.
I think the Lions are going to be really good.
You would take Jared Goff over Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
that's a tentative. Yeah,
No. Well,
that's a very hesitant. Yeah.
Well, no, I was hesitating because of how you were asking it. That's an irrelevant way to ask it, in my opinion.
It's relevant to the conversation we were just having. Like, if the Niners lose Brock Purdy and he's out for the year, fine, Brock's gone, and Sam steps in, I still think the Niners are better with Sam than the Lions are with Jared.
Yeah, I don't. Even just for continuity's sake. Like, that's the way I would answer it. I thought you were asking me, would I take Jared on the Niners over Sam on the Niners?
No. Sam on the Niners or Jared on the Lions?
Brother, I think this Lions offense is going to hum.
Yeah, we'll see tonight.
Hum. Now, tonight, we'll see if they're a little slow out of the gate. I don't know. I think they're an interesting play tonight. What's the number, 5? Is that where we're at? Is it number 5 tonight? They're an interesting play. For me, it's a stay-away game because it's just too much unknown.
Week 4.5, I'm saying.
4.5, okay.
4.5.
And we still don't, we don't have
over-under of 53.
Yeah.
And I love the under.
You do?
God, I love the under.
Why?
Thursday night, teams are going to be tight, and I think Kansas City's defense is better than people think.
Unlike other Thursday nights.
The Lions' offense is overrated, I think.
Unlike other Thursday nights. They didn't play 4 days ago.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But in terms of the opener, and I'd have to go back historically to Thursday night openers and what the point total is relative to those teams the rest of the year, feels to me like Thursday night opener, the season opener, tends to be a little bit slower to start, a little bit of a tighter affair.
I wonder. We could look that. I do remember, and I don't know if this is the last time the Chiefs played in the opener. Probably not, because they've won a couple Super Bowls, but the Chiefs played the Patriots. And the opening game of the year, this was Kareem Hunt as a rookie. And my gosh, everybody scored on every drive, I feel like. I can't remember the final score of that game, but my God, everybody was flying all over the field.
Last year, 31-10, Buffalo.
Okay.
The year before, Tampa over Dallas, 31-29. That's an over.
Got a lot of points.
Kansas City over the Houston Texans. Hard to believe that was an opener.
Yeah.
In 2020. 2019, Green Bay 10, Chicago 3.
Okay.
The year before that, Philadelphia wins 18-12.
Okay, what about the year before that?
Kansas City over New England 42-27.
That's the one I'm remembering.
Denver over Carolina 21-20. So it's been a little bit of a mixed bag.
Really quickly, Ed Werder, ESPN, is reporting that Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce is pleading with Andy Reid to let him play tonight.
Please, baby, please.
You sort of had that feel. Like the owner of the Chiefs came out earlier today and said, don't bet against him. They were going to go through the process and make it a game-time decision. They also activated a tight end off of their practice squad earlier today. So just reading tea leaves, Grandy, based on what you're saying right there, it sounds to me like the team is trying to not play Travis Kelce.
Right.
They're trying hard. And Travis pleads with team. I'll bet team wins the argument.
In week one.
It's week one.
Yeah, exactly.
Brother, do you know how stupid you look if you go out there and do something that's going to ruin the next 6 or 7 weeks? Hey, how about this? If you drafted Kelce on your fantasy team, do you want him to risk it tonight?
Man, depends who you're facing. I'm facing the defending champion in our league, Genital Herberts.
Stop.
It's a great name.
Yeah, but it's the defending champion in fantasy is very different than real.
I've already told
it's not
my
like
guys.
He's favored to win it again just because
I've already told
his
my
name's
guys
Evan.
we need to get up for this one.
Okay.
It's a big one for us to make sure that our fan base stays on board.
Oh, gosh.
We marked it on the schedule.
Did you?
Oh, big time.
Well, it's the only one you got so far, so I bet he's not going to play. If he's having to plead, that means the team is – Andy Reid has already decided you ain't playing. And why would you? If there's even a tiny bit of risk and you're the Chiefs and you're Kelce, why would you do that? I get as a player the emotion of the opener. I fully understand how disappointing it would be to miss this game. But, you got a season to play. But that's part of the reason why I'm not saying bet the over, but I think there'll be plenty of points tonight. You got good weather. There's no Chris Jones in the game.
Yep.
So, and I think both offenses are loaded and – yeah, they should be better. The offenses should be better than the defense in this
53
game.
is a lot. 27-24 goes under, and that's a cover for Detroit. If I was going to bet it, and I'm not, I would bet the under on 53.
But you're not.
No, I'm done betting.
Oh, you're done betting?
Well, for now.
Except for fantasy.
Well, fantasy's different. That money's already been spent. So,
but that's true in any bet also. You just spend it, and then sometimes you get it back.
Right, but when you make a bet, like I haven't made a bet yet, the difference is I've paid for fantasy, and that is a sunk cost. That's already done. So now week to week, I don't have to worry about paying additionally. That's a cost that I've already allocated. I'm not expecting to get that back. And I made that expenditure knowing why I made that expenditure.
All right, can we?
It was for work.
Can we put you on that couch and find out why you're lacking such confidence?
Oh, I have confidence, but I'm not expecting it. There's an expectation. Like, I'm expecting to be here in 10 minutes and do the next segment.
Okay.
I'm not expecting to win money. Well, you shouldn't because you're probably not going to.
No, but that's why you do.
I've seen your team.
No, that's.
No,
you haven't. Name one player on it.
I could care less.
Exactly.
You got Amon St. Brown. I know you got him. I had my eye on him on the way back.
You don't even know what his name is. No wonder you think you're going to lose.
Oh, sorry, I dropped the Raw.
St. Brown.
Sorry, bro.
Don't drop
four
the Raw.
Teams.
The Raw is a huge part of his name.
You got no chance.
You didn't drop the Raw. What do you want me to just call him, Trav Kelce? You can't just drop
the is. Drop the Raw.
It is what it is.